Hi, welcome to Squishy Exclusive. Let's unbox these squishies and pick one for a makeover. Let's see what we've got in the box. So we have our Easter egg toy set and some extra white fabric paint. Now these should be 6 plastic eggs with squishies inside. And I don't know what they're going to be because it doesn't tell you on the box. So let's open it up and see what we've got. So we've got these eggs, they're actually quite big. And I can use these year after year for my Easter egg hunts. I could put chocolates or toys or anything in them. And yeah, just keep reusing them. Let's see what squishies we get. First of all, this cute little giraffe. And they're all individually wrapped, it looks like, as well. Let's see how squishable he is. He's actually quite squishy, very nice. Could definitely use a makeover. The colours are quite garish and bright. Next one. What's that? It's a monkey. It looks like all the squishies will be of this similar size. Why he's got a yellow tail, I don't know. Again, nice and squishable. Kind of boring, but good for makeovers. The next one is a rabbit. His ear's a bit smushed. I have actually got an idea for this one straight away, so that's good. Next one, it's a cat. Very cute. They actually seem to be getting cuter as we go along. This one reminds me of peaches and cream, so maybe I'll do something with that. Now for the red egg, and we have an elephant. I really like the selection so far. No duplicates, all different. I'm liking the ears sticking out. A lot of elephant squishies have the ears flat against the side of the head. So this is quite good. I'll think of something with him. And finally the pink one, and we have a dog. He's got a blue bow tie. He's actually quite cute. I'm not keen on the colours. I could redo him with new colours. So I'm just looking at them all now, deciding what do I want to do. I'll just give them a squish, make them into a pyramid while I'm deciding which one I'm going to choose. And it's the dog. So I like the basic design of the dog. It's just the colours are just horrible. Very dull, very muddy. And there's some big seams on it too, so I'm just trimming them down quickly and giving it a sanding with some sandpaper, which anyone who likes squishy makeovers knows will help the fabric paint to stick to the squishy. So just sweeping up the bits, and I'm now going to show you my inspiration for this makeover, which is this little pot of blusher. Yes, believe it or not, inspiration can come from anywhere. I saw this and thought, these colours go really nice together. So that's what I'm doing, pink and black. So I'm going to start the first layer of pink on one side of the dog. I should have put a white base coat on, but for some reason I didn't. So this is probably going to need 4 or 5 coats instead of the usual 3, purely because I didn't add a white base coat. And it never looks great at first. Once the layers start going on, it really starts to improve. So let's see what happens. It's looking pretty good. It's the right shade of pink that I want. It's nice and shiny. I'm just looking really closely at it, and I think it needs slightly more on the bottom half, because as you remember, that half was actually quite dark and the head was white. So I'm just adding another thin layer to that just to really make sure it's all covered up. You can tell it was a decent squishy to start with because it's just going on so smoothly. Now moving on to the black paint. This is where decisions have to be made as to the pattern that I'm going to go for. I'm not having a half and half colour. The black side will be slightly smaller. I'm just freestyling it with the brush, deciding how I want it shaped. And then the same with the body. It's just starting to look really good. I'm really liking it. Now it's time to start adding some details. To help the feet stand out, I'm putting the paws in with the opposite colour. So this pink on the black side with his little toes there. And of course the opposite on the other foot. So I think you can see where I'm going with this. I'm just using a dotting tool to add the really small details, which would be hard to do with a brush. So I'm adding in the nose and the mouth details again with the dotting tool, which is why I left it pink, so that you'd be able to see the details in the black. Just keeping it nice and simple. And while that's drying, I can move on to the bow tie. The original bow tie was also blue, and I just decided to stick with the blue because I thought it would look nice against the pink and the black. There it is. But I wanted to follow through with that blue somewhere else on the dog, and I decided to go for 3 little dots on the back, which just makes it a bit more interesting. Now moving on to the hardest part for me, which is the eyes. I had to follow the shape of the eyes that were already there because they couldn't be painted over because the lines were just still there. So I'm just going for my own take on it. First of all, filling in the whites of the eyes. Looks a bit creepy now. And while that's drying, I'm just painting the end of the tail black, just because this side of the dog was a bit boring, one colour, and I think it just makes it stand out a bit more with the black end of the tail. Now because the eyes are so big and round, I'm adding eyelids, and I think you can see where I'm going with this. I'm doing the opposite colour on each side and adding some really cute little eyelashes. So the same on the other side but in pink, and adding the eyelashes on there as well. It's just starting to look so cute. I just love it so much. Now to add the pupils, they're both going to be black, and I'm just trying to get them the same size. And for the colour of the eyes, I did think about using the blue again, but in the end I decided on this really nice pale brown colour. And you can tell I was really concentrating on this because it's just almost out of shot. It's so low down. Sorry about that. And the same on the other side. You can just about see it. And of course the final touch, the whites of the eyes. Just a little dot with a dotting tool on both of the eyes, trying to get them the same. And we're done. This was what the original squishy looked like. Very boring. The eyes are just boring as well. And here is the finished squishy. It's 1000% improvement on the original squishy. Love the pink and the black. I love the pops of blue, the bow tie and the dots. Really squishable. Love it so much. The eyes turned out really well as well. Really pleased with it overall. I think I'd like to try some more squishies in this style with the dual contrasting colours. Anyway, thanks for watching. More squishy makeovers on the way. It's bye from me, Squishy Exclusive. Bye!